Friday the 15th of March 2019, a man in a tactical gear climbed into a battered Subaru and switched on his camera. Not a selfie, a live stream. He wore a ballistic vest, a helmet, multiple mags strapped across his chest, enough firepower to wipe out a small battalion. This wasn't a rampage, it was a bloody performance, a spectacle, filmed, streamed, watched. This is the Christchurch Mosque massacre. Welcome to Decode. His name was Brenton Harrison Tarrant, born in 1990s, from a quiet town called Grafton. He was a gem lad, no military background, no prior convictions. He used to travel to UK, North Korea, Eastern Europe, obsessed with heritage, borders, bloodlines, but online he was radicalized. Forums like 4chan and 8chan, the digital cesspools of ethno-nationalism. In early 2019, he published a 47-page manifesto titled The Great Replacement. Not original, a patchwork of other killers' ideas, a plagiarized manual for racists. Muslims were the enemy, and Christchurch was chosen for the slaughter. His car was a silver Subaru Outback. On the day it was loaded to the brim, a semi-automatic AR-15 style rifle with a suppressor, a sawn-off pump shotgun, a shotgun with a drum magazine, Glocks, multiple magazines scrawled with racist scribbles and white supremacist slogans, and petrol bombs. He wore a tactical vest, military trousers, gloves. On his helmet, a GoPro recording everything. He even played Balkan War anthems as theme music, as if it were a bloody video game. At 1:40 p.m., he arrived at Al-Noor Mosque. He opened the door and opened fire. He approached the front of the mosque, AR in hand. Outside, worshippers were chatting, smiling. They never stood a chance. He fired point blank. Then he moved through the prayer hall, methodically, room to room. Men, children were gunned down first. The worshippers were unarmed. Mid-prayer, it was like mowing grass. Survivors said. He smiled as he stepped over corpses. One man ran to disarm him, shot down mid-lung. Others played dead. He doubled back to shoot them again. In the women's section, mothers, grandmothers, babies, no one was spared. He then left the mosque, swapped weapons and walked back in, just to finish them off. 42 people died, many with bullets to the face. Some families lost 3 generations in minutes. He live-streamed the entire thing. Facebook took 29 minutes to pull it down. By then, it had already spread across the globe. But he wasn't finished. After the massacre, he got back in his car and drove 7 kilometers across town to the Linwood Islamic Center. Armed to the teeth, still recording, he opened fire again. But this time, someone fought back. Abdul Aziz, a father of 4, he picked up a discarded gun, unloaded, and threw it at the attacker's car. Tarrant panicked. He fled. Not long after police spotted him, 2 officers rammed his car, dragged him out at gunpoint. In his boot were more rifles and explosives. Had he made it to his next target, it would have been a massacre, triple-fold. 51 people murdered, 40 injured, dozens of orphans. The youngest victim, 3 years old. New Zealand was changed forever. Within days, semi-automatic weapons are banned. Tarrant was charged with 51 counts of murder, 40 of attempted murder and terrorism. In August 2020, he was sentenced to life without parole, the first person in New Zealand to receive it. He never looked at the victims, never spoke, just sat there, pale, a void in a human form. This wasn't madness, it was planned, choreographed, broadcast, a calculated act of terror designed to inspire, and it did. Dozens of copycats, from El Paso to Buffalo, they cite him by name. Christchurch was the blueprint, and every time his footage is shared, every time that manifesto is reposted, he kills again. The only way to defeat it is to remember not the killer, but the ones who never came home. Thank you all for sticking along with this video. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I am your host, S9, and this has been Decode. For the 51, may their names live longer than his ever will.